Happy Monday, my friends. Happy December. It's a little wild that December, I just said December's flying by at breakneck speeds, and I just need a whole minute of just hold the heck on. It's going a little fast around here. We are going to talk tonight about the Christmas tree challenge and the December 27th list. And if you were around last year, we did this exact same thing and it was a hit. So if you were around there, it's new and improved, but same concept. And if this is new to you, you just buckle up because this is going to be your favorite month of the whole year. You just watch. Does anybody, before I start, feel like December feels a little slow? A little bit like everyone thinks it's a time to just sit back and enjoy all the holiday things. That is normal after the wildness of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. If you're feeling that, it's normal and it's okay. We're going to get around it. We're going to fix it. Yes, slow for business, fast for time. 100% agree. So what I want you to think about is like, when you're like pushing a kid on a swing, this is like a total like young mom of littles, pushing a kid on the swing. And you have to keep pushing them in order for them to keep swinging. Like if you walk away, they're gonna need a push and they're not gonna kick their dang legs and push themselves, right? Sound familiar? So that is how I want you to think of December in your business. You are here pushing the swing. And what we're doing is we're pushing the swing all December long. Just keep pushing the swing. We're going to keep doing the Christmas trees. We're going to keep coloring them in because then on December 27th, we're going to give a huge underdog to our business and they're going to be able to swing for a long time without us, right? That is the analogy I want you to think about is we have to keep doing the little pushes so we can get to the underdog. Make sense? Okay, we're just going to open this puppy right on up and I'm going to share my screen, I think, and we're going to walk through this together. If it helps you to look at your phone, I dropped this in the chat as a PDF and as photos. So that you can look at it however you like. Waiting room, hold on. Hold the phone. Okay, can you see the Christmas trees? Yay, okay. So this is the Christmas tree challenge. All my teachers and all my moms of littles just like shrieked, right? So the way this is going to work is you are going to color in a Christmas tree when you send a story. It's as simple as that. If there is a day where you send a story, you color in a Christmas tree. I'm going to scroll down here and then we're going to come back up. This is all in your PDF, in your photos, so you have it all, but we're going to walk through it together right now. Where do you start when you have just messaged everyone and done all the things for Black Friday and Cyber Monday? First, you're going to post. This is important, but it's important in a special way. I want you to post about all of the traditions and all of the holiday things and all of the things that you love about December all month long, and then sprinkle in Plexus. You're going to sprinkle in 2 to 3 posts every week about your personal story with the products, other people's stories with the products. There's stories every single day in Success Starts With You for you to use. We have all kinds of resources for you to be able to have these posts up. But the key is that they're sprinkled in with your life and what you have going on and how Christmas is going for you. And if you're done with your shopping and if you're moving your elf or not moving your elf, or you're sick of your elf or you love your elf, or if you're not doing an elf, whatever that looks like for the holiday, sprinkling Plexus in around your life. That's step 1. And we're going to come back to that and why that's important in just a second. Number 2, every day, starting today, you're going to reach out with stories. And we have a sample message that's right here. And if you're real sneaky, you're going to look in the Success Starts With You board in the message toolbox, and you're going to see the Christmas tree messages at the bottom. So it's all there for you in the board already. And I want you to take this month and voice message with all of the things that the holidays bring, some positive, some negative for people. Whatever lens they have going on is how they're going to read your message unless they can hear your voice. So I'm going to challenge you to send as much of this as you can in a voice message, because hearing your voice and your positivity is going to be so, so key for this. And if you're skin is crawling because I told you to voice message, drop a 1 in the chat so you can see that you're not alone with your skin crawling with the voice messages. The message is, I saw this story and immediately thought of you. Thought I would send it and see what you think about it. It's as simple as that. I saw this story and I immediately thought of you. I thought I would send it over and see what you think about it. It's as simple as that. And then sent with a story just like we use when we're in the recruiting system, in the convo flow. It looks the same. It's all going to piece together. So then you send a story. You found a story. You send it to a friend. You're like, okay, I sent my story. I'm sweating. I'm like, feel like I'm with Lacey on Monday nights. Like I've got sweaty armpit tacos. We are sweaty now. That means you get to come back up here and color in a Christmas tree. Yay. It's that easy. That's all you have to do, because that's what you can control. You send the story, you color in a Christmas tree. If you send a story and you're like, you know what? I just sent that story to her, but I really also feel like this other friend just came to mind and she could also relate to this story. Send it to her and then rock around your Christmas tree and draw a big old circle around your colored in Christmas tree. Get it? Rocking around the Christmas tree. So when you send it to another person, then you get to circle it. You send it to 3, circle it 3 times, like whatever, however many times you think that that story can be powerful, send it. The more that you send it, the better your underdog is going to be, if you see what I'm saying. So then when they respond, we have all of that information also, but you're going to find out what interests them the most. All of the messages that you're going to see, when there's a response, you're going to find out what interests them the most. That is the most important thing that we need to know. And then you're right into the recruiting system. What interests you the most? Oh my gosh, I just read a story just about something like that. Let me grab it. Send us another story. Do you relate to this? Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you want to see what they took? Yes. There you are, right in the circle. Hopefully it sounds so familiar to you. So you're going to follow that system and then keep asking them questions until you either A, help them get started, or B, they say, after the holidays, get with me after Christmas. I can't even think about this right now. Talk to me later. Like after I got to get through Christmas, talk to me after the holidays, some sort of verbiage like that. So you're going to hear that. Check back with me after the holidays, after Christmas, a lot all month long. And what you're going to do with those people is you're going to add them to your December 27th list. So that is like the summary of what we're doing. Now we're going to kind of walk back through all of it. So here is your conversation flow chart. You should be able at any point to look at this and know where you are. So you're sending stories. You send a story. You color in a Christmas tree. Yay! They're going to say, no, I don't relate to that. You're going to come back and say, hey, that's no problem. Is there anything you are struggling with right now that's really frustrating to you? And essentially what we're asking them is, what would interest you the most if you were interested, right? Just a different way to say it. Once you know what interests them the most, you keep following that recruiting system until they get started, or they tell you after the holidays. Because then whether they come down here or they say you send a story and they say after the holidays, one of those 2 ways, they're going to get to this box. That's where we want to get them. You're going to say, hey, that's no problem. I understand. I'll reach back out after the holidays just to make sure that you survived, with a funny face. Obviously, we love this as a voice message. Then you're going to add them to your December 27th list. If they come back and say, oh my gosh, I do relate to that actually, tell me more. Of course, I would love to chat more and share the details. It's been a huge gift for me and my fill in the blank. What do you relate to the most from that story? Or essentially, what interests you the most? See how this is all like, we're taking them in a funnel. Like no matter how I get you there, you're going to get down here and I'm going to find out what interests you the most every single time. And then this is going to walk you through starting a 3-way Facebook message chat, 3-way message, and introducing your person that you sent the story to your leader, whoever you start your 3-way messages with. And there is the info, and then you're going to drop it right in there, and we're going to be right into the recruiting system in a 3-way message. Is it crystal clear? Does it make sense? Does everybody feel like, oh my gosh, I know what to do? Okay, now I'm going to show you some of the other parts of this. So this is a brain dump. Everyone that you are going to send stories to. I want you to take a couple minutes and just dump and let your brain tell you who you're going to be sending stories to. Because as people are coming to mind, I want you to have a place to put them. So to send stories, this is all the people that you're going to be sending stories out to. I don't want you to lose them, forget about them, be like, oh, I've thought about them and then I didn't do it right in that moment. Now I can't remember who that was. This is for that. This is your brain dump of people to send the stories to. Then once we need to put them on a December 27th list, here is your December 27th list. Everybody who tells you after the holidays, not right now, however that looks, all month long, including anybody who told you this during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, this is where they go. The game is to see how many people you can get on this list. The bigger this list is, the bigger your underdog when we get to December 27th. Challenge you to set a goal and circle that number. You have 50 lines on this page. This is the same page, but lines to 100. That's your December 27th list. That's what you're going to use. Then on December 27th, we're going to circle back around now that you have enjoyed the holidays and unplugged and ate all the things and opened all the presents and gifted all the things and you're through Christmas. December 27th is when you come back with a voice message that says, oh my goodness, how was your Christmas? I hope you had some great family time and not too much hustle and bustle. And I know you said to message you after the holidays. And here we are. I want you to be able to get started on the goods that we talked about before. Tell me where you're at with getting started. So we're going to know right what they think. We're going to be right up in the system. Christmas trees, all of the things again, the flow chart. I'm going to go and drop these in the board. These are not in there yet, but the other ones are. So the other thing that is in the board, I'm going to stop my share so I can see your faces. Yes, scroll their page and ask more questions. Keep them talking. The more that you can just keep asking questions, where are you going for the holidays? Are you traveling? Are you staying home? Different messages like that. Yes, it's in the chat, so you can print it, or it's in there as photos. And mom will print it, but you have to come to Nebraska. So I have also in the Success Starts With You board, if you go and look there in message toolbox, down at the bottom, Christmas tree messages. If you're like, well, I've never talked to people. I've done all of my my Christmas tree messages for follow-up. Now I'm to people who I have not started a conversation with. Funny you should ask. I have a message. And the trick to this is going to be, you're going to send out these messages now, soon, very, very soon, so that you can send a Christmas tree story next week or the following week. And they're going to go on your send a story, that page. And that first reach out looks like, I don't know if you see me posting about my gut health stuff, but it's gotten rid of my sugar cravings, allergies, my hair stopped falling out, my mood issues went away, my skin cleared up, I'm pooping every day, my bloating's gone, I have energy to keep up with the kids, and so much more. Anyway, I share because I hope they can be as much of a blessing to others as they've been to me. And I was wondering if there's anything you're struggling with like this. Then you're right back into the recruiting system, finding out what interests them the most. Do you see how we have one big funnel? And we're going to be able to just funnel everybody right on down. And they're either going to sign up or they're going to be on the December 27th list. Does all of that make sense? Is there any questions, anything that's muddy? You have the PDF, you have the thing. So if you want to print it off and color them in, if you're like, I'm not going to print them off, but I am going to put them in my stories and I'm going to color them in on my stories. And then we're going to update every Monday how many Christmas trees we have. There are enough Christmas trees for you to send a story today through December 23rd. If you send one every day, then you should have them filled in the 9th through the 23rd. You don't have to send them on Christmas Eve. You don't have to send them on Christmas Day and not on the 26th. And then the 27th, we're going to be coming in hot. But those other days where you're not sending stories, are you posting about your life? Does that make sense? Okay, now if you're sitting there going, this sounds so elementary and childish, and it's not for me. You don't have to color in the Christmas trees. But I do want to encourage you because there is a person on this call who was on my December 27th list last year. And that person this month is pushing for gold. So I want you to think bigger about this list and who is going to be on your December 27th list, who's going to be your next gold. That person is Kaylee. She actually didn't sign up in December. She signed up in January, but she was on my December 27th list. So I want you to look for your Kaylee on your December 27th list. Because I mean, she's just the happiest, most smiley, most encouraging person. And your Kaylee is out there. I promise. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap it up and we get to color in some Christmas trees tonight? I do. I was thinking back. I was like, she was on my December 27th list. How crazy is that? How full circle? It's so fun.